the studios in South Florida and League De Nutz headquarters, it's time for This Week in League De Nutz with your commissioner, Matt Nuts Levine. All right, welcome to This Week in League De Nutz, as we've got 4 weeks in the books and a big show lined up for you tonight, as we'll go over the scoreboard in Week 4, preview Week 5, and we'll try to make history here on League De Nutz and the YouTube station with our very first guest. The Yonkers Shotgunners took the challenge, emailed all you. He's the only one with brass ones to come through, and he'll be our guest, and he'll do the picks for Week 5. Now, I'm hoping that when he does do that, there's not echo. It's the first time I've done this. So, got to try it at some time. Also, the Meltzy, we'll go through that. I have the Meltzy scoreboard. It is National Emoji Day, which I just made up, so we get some emojis in there, because we do live in an emoji-filled world. And I do have an apology for last week, too. So, a correction made by one of ours truly, as we get League De Nutz underway and talk about Week 4. So this week in League De Nutz. Let's do it. First off, we started last week with the rookie who smack-talked his way in becoming the first game we reviewed demanded so. He was 3-0. So rookie, once you lose, guess what? You become the lead story, just like the lead story once you win. So Ozone, welcome to League De Nutz. Getting smashed by a former champion. Smash you 203 to 111. Okay? One guy who chipped in last week, Darren Waller. The tight end on Smash You, this guy right here. And last week, I have to apologize because I have a correction to make. I said he wasn't contributing enough to Smash You, and I made a mistake because he was tremendous last week. 13 catches in the win. I don't remember if the Raiders won. They won this week in Indianapolis. The week before, 13 catches. So, correction there. Smash You pointed it out. I stand corrected. Again, Waller, great story in Hard Knocks. Knock on glass. If you hear me, I know it's wood. With the 8 catches last week, the 13 the week before, he's been an integral part of Smash U's success. And Smash U with the win, 3-1. Ozone again, 3-1. How did Smash get it done? Waller, I mentioned him. Devontae Adams, 40, 10 catches, 180 yards. You don't always need to score in League De Nutz. The long reception, 58 yards, 10 into 180, 18 yards per reception, good for 40 points, no touchdowns, right? I should be teaching math to preschoolers. Eckler on the Chargers, almost said San Diego, 29 points, continues to fill in, do yeoman's work for Melvin Gordon, who's coming back to my lineup. Talk more about that. Now the intangibles. I talk about them all the time. You had the Steelers defense, you had Blake Martinez, and you had the kicker Long from the Chargers. They combined for 34 points. You compare that to the intangibles on the other side of the coin. They combined for 21 points. You never can beat having the right... I'm sorry, I have to flip this around. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That was the right special teams number, so I'm not sorry, okay? But Smash goes on to the victory. The intangibles good. Eckler, we talk about Devontae Adams. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. He had Gostkowski was the kicker, who chipped in with 5 points as well. Austin Hooper, going crazy, 35 points in the win. So a great overall day for Smash. Big 3, I've talked about it all year here in this week in League De Nutz. Mahomes, 22 points. Kamara, 23. Cooper, 12. Not enough. with the loss. Arkansas Ozone now knows how it feels to be in League De Nutz 100%. You've got to lose your first game to earn a stripe. Second matchup we're going to talk about. This dude, skills that kills. Skills that kills. Number 1 on your radio dial. Why? Because Skills That Kills has 745 points. The most scored in League De Nutz. The record, 3-1. They've won 3 straight. Pop, Drop, and Lockett has not won a game since they claimed the League De Nutz championship in 18 as a rookie last year. 0-4, definitely a Nuts Cup hangover. Said it could be. It is. Affirmative. 174, 104, 70-point win. Told you I could do math. Double tight end. Pop, Drop, Lockett. I don't know. Don't know if it's working. Because you've got Ertz and you've got Olsen. They combined for 25 points. Talked about that throughout the season too. Wentz and Zeke, 22 apiece, not enough. The bench, really not a factor. No points left to brag about. Meanwhile, for Skills That Kills, give them credit in a sense because they want the Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes did all right. 14 points. I just love watching that touchdown. Long, frustrated Giants fan. Look at that. Can you believe the Giants have a kid that can run the football? Watch it 4 times. Keep watching it all night. So it goes with the Jones start. That didn't matter, though, because Cooper Kupp just catches everything in sight. He's a refrigerator magnet. 9 catches, 121 a score. 39 points. 32 he's averaging on the season. Talk about the intangibles. Patriots defense. I don't remember a Patriots defense this good in all these dynasty years with B&B. 26 points for them. David Johnson. There was a David Johnson sighting. 41 rushing yards, 8 catches, 99 yards. Good for 14 points in the win. Congratulations to Skills That Kills. How about this guy right now? Right here, right now. Oh, I thought I had my Caldera picture. You know I don't. We'll save that for next week. We will save that for next week. But Caldera, 2-2. With the win over Polk, it was now 2-2. They've lost 2 straight. Polk High, 2-time champ against Caldera, 2-time champ. 179-104. Polk not getting enough. Dak, it seems, every week, the last 2 weeks at least, right? 20-something points, and no one else really fouls up. Really, the best player for Polk was the other quarterback on the bench, Kyler Murray, who had 23. But we don't have 2 quarterbacks in League De Nutz, do we? Mixon and Johnson on the Johnson on the Lions. Partisan efforts. 14 for one, 15 for the other. You got the receiver in Michael Thomas, who's as brilliant as any in the National Football League. When he has Drew Brees. Without him, he has Teddy Bridgewater, and he's all right. 20 points. Yet to go off. Can't blame him with the backup. Teddy Bridgewater. You do Trent Dilfer. Meanwhile, Sammy Watkins and the other kid, Hardman, they combined for 29 points. He went big, did Polk High School. Can't blame him with the Chiefs home run hitters, who both bunted for singles. Caldera, it's been interesting. Kind of flip-flopping Jameis Winston and Lamar Jackson. Didn't matter this week. Lamar, 29, Winston on the bench in that wild one between the Bucks and Rams, 42. You know what happens when Nick Chubb gets the ball, right? I'm just going to shut up and let you watch.
1st and 15. Chubb. Chubb with running room. Chubb to the 40. On his way to the end zone.
There Ain't that a beautiful thing? 88 yards. Chubb nice. Chubb ridiculous. Chubb-tastic. 20 rushes, 165. The hat trick. 3 touchdowns, 3 catches for 18 yards. Awesome. Fournette right behind him. 36 points. Talk about a workhorse. 29 carries, 225. Wow. 2 catches, 20 points. And just for good measure, Caldera was a big Diggs fan. Diggs has been on the bench. 27 points. And Gallman for the Giants, 27 points. So there you go. Left 54 on the bench. Still wins by 70. Polk, back to the drawing board. But again, he's crafty like ice is cold. Love the Beastie Boys. Anyway, week 4 and the matchup between Loopy and Dinks Town belong to the Loopster. Loopster's going to start talking smack. 2-2, 2-time champion Loopster. Dinks Town knocked off yours truly in 17 for the title. 2-2. 171-120, the final score. Dinks Town's got an issue, I think, with Goff. Not quite the same Goff this year. He's got Stafford on the bench. Both of them, though, did well enough to win last week. Stafford 28, Goff 29, but it's not the explosive Goff we're seeing where he can go over 40, 50 and just give you a crazy Sunday. Seems he's been a little out of it the last couple weeks. Then again, I said that about Waller on the Raiders. No, I was wrong. Mike Evans, 23. John Ross, 6. Julio, 9. Cooks on the Rams had about a dozen. Adrian Peterson was in the lineup. Remember when he was the schnizzle in fantasy football? 2 points. And some guys on bye like Coleman. Not Choo-Choo Coleman. Tevin Coleman on the 49ers. So remember, boys and girls, this is that time of year where the byes come into play. Already started in week 4. 7 players in double digits for Loopy, including Jacoby Brissett. A loss to Oakland. I love the kid. So is Bill Parcells. Good connection there. Bill Parcells retired in Jupiter, Florida, where Brissett played his high school football. Parcells became a mentor, big fan, grandfather-type figure. I love him, too. I think he's a great football player. DeAndre Hopkins, 21 points. Loopy's finding out what I found out. You just plug DeAndre in every week, and you've got a chance. Meanwhile, we got the 5th matchup of the week to tell you about in League De Nutz. No friggin' luck. Got lucky over the Yonkers Shotgunners, who are going to come up in just a moment. I see Yonkers in the green room. Here on my monitor. Win for no friggin' NFL. By 3 gives them a 2-2 mark. Yonkers won their opener, has lost 3 straight. He'll talk about it himself. I can tell you that Alshon Jeffrey, DJ Shark, Phil Dorsett, can talk more about Yonkers, but man, this guy loves Dorsett, doesn't he? From the U, loves those U players. As Dorsett last week, along with the other 2 I mentioned, and DJ Moore, had a combined 48 points. That's not going to get it done. No. And considering the combo of Cortland Sutton, Cole Beasley, Robert Woods, those 2 guys, those 3 guys, 79 points in the win for NFL. Woods, just an undervalued guy. All the time, he does big things on the football field, it seems like every other week. Consistently has breakout games. 13 grabs, 164. That's a 12.6 average on those catches. That's how you get lots of points from Robert Wood, part of that trio. So congratulations to NFL. They had some luck. And finally, yours truly. How about them Dinks Town Destroyers? I'm just going to cover my ugly mug with my ugly logo and tell you about the win. 160 to 140 was the victory for myself over AB's painted helmet. I won my second straight. We've got a nice lead by a game at 3-1 in the Haganah. AB's painted helmet coming up way short on Sunday. DK Metcalf, the rookie, 1 point. Mack, the running back from Indianapolis, 3 points. Intangibles, they do matter. Bubba Baker, I talked about this guy, the safety for the Cardinals, struggles. 4 points, defensive player. Jags defense, no fault in starting them every week, just a crappy game. 2 points. Marr, the kicker for Dallas, 4 points. How did the Intangibles do on my end? My Giants defense off the scrap heap, mind you. Picked them up, I think on Saturday. Plugged them in. Got to brag once in a while. 24 points. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix. As long as he plays in the NFL, he gets at least one start for me because he's got the greatest name, one of them in league history. Hushmanzada wasn't bad. He gave me 6. And then I had Ty Long. I said someone else had him. That was a mistake. I had Ty Long. He had 16 points. So that's 46 points between the kicker, defense, and defensive player. Also, getting another great game, surprisingly, from Howard. Off the scrap heap the week before for the Eagles. 31 points. Jimmy Graham, good for 18 points. You put all that together, despite a good battle there at the end by AB's painted helmet, I pick up the win and drop AB's painted helmet. So that's what we got for the scoreboard. Meltzy, as we get ready for our first ever guest here on League De Nutz. Let's do the Meltzy. Give you that right quick. Bammo. Okay, Dinks Town has one. AB's got one. Loopy's has got one. And how about this? We got the old tie. Polk High. Pop, drop, locket. Each 114 in their respective losses. So we've got a 5-team race after 4 weeks. Gotta love that Meltzy. Got to love that Meltzy. And each and every one of the Meltzy winners is feeling like that. All right. Without further ado, I got to put on the cans, as they say in the business. And we'll get to our guest here, and we'll see how this goes. It should be interesting. Whoa. Live from New York. Okay. Let's do this. Some sound on this mother. Wimp, wimp. In the Hizzle. Joining us from Yonkers, New York. Sporting the Westbrook jersey. The one and only Yonkers Shotgunners. What's up, Shotgunners?
What's up, buddy?
Check this out. So we're trying to make league history. You don't hear any echo, right?
I don't hear any echo.
Okay, there could be. I'm not sure, but we're going to roll with it. So, first off, for the Yonkers Shotgun, tell us about the picture over your right shoulder. Now, let's go to your team. You've lost 3. You lost 3 in a row. Why?
You know, tough times, man. Strong team. Obviously took a huge gamble with Antonio Brown this year, which I told myself I wasn't going to do, but did it. And waiting for Dorsett to pop out a little bit, man. It's to you. Think Julian Edelman is going to go down? You know, the guy is not that reliable. But I think we'll have some luck. I think I'm going to pull it out.
Awesome. Well, also let me ask you this. You came close the first 2 years, I think, or your second year. Yeah, your first 2 years, right? No, second or third year you finished runner-up, right, to Loopy?
Yes. Also, let me take a step back. I mean, the competition in this league is second to none. So, I mean, that's another reason for the 3 losses in a row.
I won't doubt that. Who's got the best fried chicken in Yonkers?
Halal fried chicken on the corner of Yonkers Avenue, right off of 87. Feel free to stop by, get your 6-piece for under $3.
You're funny. We gotta get them as a sponsor. Cracking me up. All right, so go through the predictions. Call them for us. You got your screen up?
So this week, going against AB's painted helmet. Obviously, I got to pick myself. Well, we'll see what happens. But either way, I think it's going to be a tough matchup, like many of these games. Then you got Joe Ryan and Parsec, little Keldy up. Got to go with Keldy on this one, man. I think he's going to pull off a win. I think it's going to be another tough game, though.
Okay.
Next you got Smash U and Pop, Drop, and Lockett. I got to go with Smash, man. I know he's the underdog by a few points, but Smash is one of my old trading buddies. Trying to work things out maybe this year. But, no, honestly, I think Smash pulls it out. I'm going to get a little aggressive. I think he pulls it out by 10+.
Wow.
Yeah. Then you got Polk and Nutz Town. So, Nuts, you're the commissioner. Could care less. I hate to do it to you, man, but old Adrian division is coming to get you this year, man. I think Polk is definitely going to pull it out.
Ouch.
Skills, Dinks Town.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go with Dingy, man. Little Dings. Think he's going to pull off the win. Like I said, I think all of these games this week can really go either way. And then you look at Arizona, Ozone Joe versus Loopy, man. I think Loopy pulls this one off. I think he pulls it off big time.
Wow. Okay. I like those picks, except for yours against mine. I mean, mine against Polk. We're going to do our battle. You got to admit, though, the Haganah is the craziest division, and I know it's not close to being one because usually like a 6 and 7 will take it.
20-point underdog this week. I mean, that's I think you got trouble, man. I think Ingram is not going to do half as good as he did last week. I think you got some problems on the horizon.
I don't think so. Dude, I'm nuts. Let me ask you this. What do you think? You think Antonio's going to ever play again? Why are you keeping him on the roster? I mean, do you have hope?
I'm glad you asked that. So I was super close to dropping him last night on the waiver. I think he's going to end up playing. I think it's going to be a little bit too late, too little. Maybe week 13. I don't know. These investigations, I think, everybody's going to take their time, wait to see how these play out before any further discussions are held. The guy needs money, though. I mean, he says he doesn't want to play. I think he definitely is going to come back.
Yeah, I agree with you. He'll come back. Dude, what do you think about Caldera? You think Caldera is going to come back with some strong words to get some things spark with? We always have in this league, we always have some drama. Caldera's been kind of quiet. Caldera got a little bit of juice left this season, or is he just going to go quiet?
Yeah. Caldera's always got juice in the tank. I think he's plotting. I think he's plotting on something serious coming up, man. Haganah division. A lot of internal battles, man. We beat the hell out of each other last year. I think it's going to come down to the same thing this year.
Yeah, League De Nutz is crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, Yonkers, though, listen, I think we're going to do it. We got the fried chicken behind us.
That's awesome. Dude, you need a Nuts cup right in back, right next to the painting. We put the shelf on the wall, get the Nuts cup, and then, you'll be good to go.
That's it.
All right, dude, how you become an Eagles fan? I've talked about this. This guy grew up in New York, if you can't tell by the accent, but he grew up in New York City. He's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like watching the Mets, Listen, I like the Giants. Just grew up an Eagles fan. That's the way it is. That's the way it's going to stay.
All right, dude. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for coming on. This is a trip.
Big shout out. 954 Sports is crushing it. Keep your eye out for this guy, man. Live streams, gameplay action. Keep it going.
Nice. I'll send you that 20 for the kind words. All right, yo, you did a great job. Broadcaster in the making right there, as you hear from the Yonkers Shotgunners in the house doing that Eagle wave. So I hope that came out good. That was pretty cool. Thanks, Jeff. Can't wait to go look at it to see. On my end, I hear a little bit of an echo, and I never liked wearing headsets. When I did radio, I didn't like it because I always, I'd listen to myself and start critiquing myself before the next word would come out of my mouth. But there's a little bit of echo on my end, and the program shows me that. But we'll see how it sounds when it comes out. Anyway, Yonkers gave you the rundown on the picks. We gave you the review. Got a lot done. Got some video clips in. Got the emojis in for National Emoji Day. How can you forget Polk's favorite? Got to Woe Bundy it before we go. The guy needs a little help. We know that. And it's been one heck of a full show. I don't know where that Yankee Stadium picture just came from. Let me do that again. I could swear I saw a Yankee Stadium picture when I went back. Let me see. Huh. Anyway, I'll look in the replay. Who knows? But thanks for joining us on, that's right, us, Yonkers Shotgunners, the guest in the house. Want to see more of you come through. I know even some of you guys in the league have broadcast experience and have been on camera with yours truly or on the airwaves with yours truly. So, Yonkers breaks the ice. Special shout out to him and all that fried chicken up in Yonkers. Most of you guys are in the New York City area. I know where you're going to take that special someone for a chicken dinner in Yonkers this weekend. Sounds good to me. All right, guys. I'll catch you next week on This Week in League De Nutz. Good luck in Week 5. Remember the buys, the Thursday night game. Oh, and remember to send me your moolah. Haven't gotten any dinero. Not talking Robert either. Adios.